Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. There are some messages that I want to share with you. One of our sister who sent me a message, she was asking if she is still safe in South Africa and she does not know what she is going to do if people say that she is no longer safe in South Africa in the comment section because she relies on these peace jobs. So she is saying that there is something bad that happened to this other woman whom she used to do some peace jobs for in Johannesburg, and that lady suddenly passed away, and she is scared that the family might be looking for her, even though she says that she is innocent. The message that she sent to me, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So this happened early this year. I had gone to Zim, and when I came back, I went to this other location here in Johannesburg, and I spoke with this other old lady about some of the money that she was owing me, for I had done some work for him the previous year in December, early December, before I had left for Zim. She had called me and she said I should come to her place like I always do, and I did some peace jobs for her, and she told me that she was busy preparing for her grandchildren that were supposed to come and spend the entire holiday at her place in that location where she was staying. So I went to her as always. Sometimes I would do these peace jobs and she would pay me a month or maybe 2 months later on. So she had promised me that she was going to pay me before I had gone to Zim for the December holidays. But I went to her place several times and she told me that she did not have any money at all. So I went home, and when I came back, I was really broke. That was when I went to her place and I said, Magog, I want my money that you are owing me. I really need to buy some food and I need to pay my bills. And then that was when she told me that she did not have any money, this and that, and she was so angry at me. So then that was when I said, it is fine. I was then speaking with one of my friends on WhatsApp, and I told her what the lady had told me, that if I keep on coming to her place just wanting my money, she was not going to give me my money anyway. I was supposed to be patient. So it was really heartbreaking because the work that I had done, it took a lot of time. Like, it took me the whole week not doing any other peace jobs. I was going to her place almost each and every day, and now she was refusing to pay me. So whilst I was speaking with my friend on WhatsApp, that was when my friend told me that it was quite easy. All that I had to do was to pretend as if I had gone home and I had came back with some charms that were going to hurt her if she was not going to pay me my money. She was like, that old lady, she's going to be so scared, so much that she is going to give you your money as long as she has that money. I said, that is fine. So then we made a plan. One day I went to town. Whilst I was in town, I bought a doll in this other shop, you know, those normal Barbie dolls. And then I said, this is not scary enough. That was when I saw there are these South African sangomas that sell traditional stuff in town. I went to one sangoma's shop, and then I started to buy a lot of stuff like traditional beads, including some charms. And I wanted just put all of those charms and the beads that I had bought on that doll so that I can lie to her that this was what a traditional healer back in Zim had given to me. I just wanted to make her to feel very afraid so that she can give me my money as quickly as possible. So, Brother Nashi, that was when I spoke with a traditional healer. The Sangoma asked me and said, what do you want to do with all of these waist beads and everything that you are buying? That was when I told the Sangoma that there was this other woman who was owing me some money, and I wanted that woman to just pay me. And then that was when the traditional healer said, okay, it is fine. How about you take this waist bead and also use it as well? So I took it. I did not even pay any extra amount for that waist bead that he had given to me. So I wrapped that doll with all of those chains and including the herbs and the charms, and I went to her place. When I went to that location, I then found out that Her daughter, who is a police officer, was there as well. I entered into their yard and I was like, Magogo, I need my money. And then she was like, hey, this girl, she is now bringing confusion into my house. Why do you keep on coming back? Welani ekhaya. That is what she said to me. I said, okay, it is fine. Before I go to Zim, all that I want is for you to give me my money. So I had this big handbag. I then pulled out that voodoo doll from my handbag. Everyone was so scared. And then that was when I said, no, it is not a problem, Magogo. All that I want is for you to give this doll my money. This doll then is going to bring that money. The year when you are going to find my money, do not bother to look for me. You will just go to this doll and you give it. This doll will know where to find me. No problem. That was when I walked away. Whilst I was walking away, that was when Magogo's daughter came to me and she said, there is no need for that. That was when she gave me the money that she had and she was like, I'm going to do an e-wallet for you. There is no need for that. So, Brother Nashi, that was when I went, and 2 days later, this lady, she passed away. So when this lady passed away, I received a phone call from this other South African lady who always do my hair. So she was like, Joyce, you need to run away. I said, what is the problem? She said, Magogo has died in hospital and the family is angry. The family, they are having discussions about you. They are saying that, Joyce, you are the witch. You are the one who bewitched Magogo because you went there and you left that doll and you said that you want your money. So if this family make a decision, the community is going to ban you. They will think that you are a witch. Just find another place where you can hide. So then that was when I just looked for another place in another community where people, they don't even know me. I am now staying in another location. The problem, Brother Nash, is that in this location where I was staying, that was where I used to get a lot of peace jobs. And now that I have moved out of that location, I really am struggling to survive. I don't know what am I supposed to do. Should I just take that risk and go to that location to continue working? What if that lady, the things that she told me, that these people, the way that they are angry, they can even put a tie around your neck and they can burn you. They are saying that you are the one who killed Magogo. So I really need your advice. Please, when you post my story, just ask people from your channel, am I still safe in South Africa or I am no longer safe here? Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister. So she just wants to know, is she still safe in Johannesburg, or she must find another place where she can go and try to get a job, because she is scared that people are going to burn her. And she says that she is innocent. She never did any rituals. All that she did was to buy those charms and the herbs, including the chains, the beads that she bought from the traditional healer, and the normal doll that she bought from the shop. She was just threatening this lady, and 2 days later, after she had left that doll at her house, the lady passed away. So the family were looking for her. Let us try to speak with her in the comment section. Then there is another message from one of our sister. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I really need advice. This happened when I was still very young. When I was still a young woman, there was someone that was really irresponsible. I was working for a maid. I was working for this couple. They were both pastors and they used to treat me really nicely. So both of them, it was as if one amongst them was unable to conceive. As for the woman, she used to say that it was her husband who was unable to impregnate her. And then as for the husband, was saying the wife was the one who was unable to fall pregnant for him. So I really do not know who was the one that was unable to conceive. They were very kind. That is why I agreed when they told me that the child that I was carrying in my womb, they wanted me to give them that child and to pretend as if the child had died when I was still at the clinic giving birth, and everything was going to be changed from the birth records and to the baby's clinic card. They had to change everything so that they can lie to people that this child was theirs. And when I looked at my situation, when I thought about the poverty that was in my family, I thought that I was giving my child a better opportunity in life. So this is what happened for me to find myself in that situation. I was dating a lot of guys at the same time. In 1 month, that very same month, when I fell pregnant, I slept with 6 men. All of these men that I was sleeping with, without using any condom at all, they were all married. And by the time that I realized that I was pregnant, I did not even know whom to approach, because all of them, they knew that jolling was my business and they did not even want to help me at all in life. So then that was when I told the pastor's wife that this was the situation. I was pregnant and I did not even know who the father of the baby was. And knowing myself with the situation that I was facing, I was going to abort that baby. So then that was when they sat with me down. Brother Nashi, I hate my family so much. These people, they had given us a better chance to life, even though life was very difficult for us. But my family members, they are just ungrateful with all the money that were given to us. But my brothers, they used that money to go and marry their wives, to pay lobola, using the money that I had been given when I sold my child to these people. So we sat down, me and the pastors, and they told me that they were going to give me money so that I can start my own business, because they wanted me to move out of their house if it was going to happen that I was going to give birth to a child, and soon after I would have given birth, they wanted me out of their house because they were just buying this child from me, and I had agreed. They gave me enough money that was enough to buy 2 new cars, Brother Nashi, but all of that money was used by my brothers. They went and they married their wives using that money, and I did not even know that this was the case. So I returned back home to the village. I called my brothers and my sisters, and I sat with them down and I showed them the money, and I told them the deal that I had done with the pastors. At that time, there was no one who could even see that I was pregnant. So the pastor told me that I must go back to the village until I would have given birth. The pastor's wife then lied to her husband's relatives, and she started staying somewhere until the time when I told them that I was going into labor. They came and they had already done a deal with the nurse that was working at the clinic where I gave birth. So the birth record was changed, including the baby card. Everything was written as if I was not the mother, but the pastor's wife was the mother. Her ID number, even her husband's ID number, everything was written as if he is the father. So then that was when, Brother Nashim, I then returned back to the city with them, because they just wanted me to breastfeed their child just for a couple of days. After that, that was when they told me that I was supposed to leave their house, for they did not want me to have a bond with my child. I then left, and I was confident that life was going to be very good, because my brothers, they were illegal gold miners, and they had told me that they had a plan with the money that I had been given. So I left the money with them, and they knew what they were going to do with that money. To my surprise, when I arrived back in the village, there was nothing, Brother Nashi. These people, they had used all of that money. They had gone to marry their wives. I was heartbroken. I did not even know what else to do. I returned back to the city, but I started staying in Shamba. I never even bothered to return back to those pastors to tell them that my brothers had robbed me of my money. When I returned back to the city, that was when I was told that the pastors had moved to the UK. That is where they are right now. So I need advice. If it happens that I start to communicate with this couple and I tell them that I want my child back, will I be wrong? Because the conditions that I want to give to them is that if they do not want to give me my child, they should assist me with the papers so that I can move out of Zim and I can go and stay in the UK, and I will try to find a job there. If I do that, because I can go to the church head offices, if I do something like that, is it blackmail, or I am someone that just wants help? Like, I am not a bad person, I am an honest person. The money that they gave to me, I was robbed by my brothers. I want a second chance in life, or they just give me my child back. I am ready to do a DNA. The child does not belong to them. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister right there. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk with her in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So there is this Zim guy that I am dating. This guy, he has told me that I am supposed to borrow him my money, and when he goes to Zim, he wants to use that money. There is this traditional healer. He has even showed me some videos on YouTube of that traditional healer. This healer, I have seen him, and I have even started following the channel, even though I don't even understand everything that they will be talking about in Shona. I am a woman that is from Lesotho. I came here to South Africa like a very long time ago. I don't even have papers, and even to return back home, I don't even know where home is, because I came with my mom when I was still very young. Unfortunately, my mom never even bothered to help me to get papers, and unfortunately she passed away. I don't know any of my relatives. I do have friends, and a lot of people, they just think that I'm South African, but I am not. I have 2 kids now. I am dating a Zimbabwean guy. This guy, he has told me that he wants me to borrow him my money that I have in my savings, and I am supposed to give him the money so that he can go to his country, and when he returns back, we are going to become rich. I am tired of poverty. Should I trust this guy or not? He is saying that if you do not trust me, how about we go together and we come back and we are going to be rich? He is even suggesting that we go and we stay in Namibia because it is very safe. He says that with the way that we are going to be rich, for us to stay in South Africa, it will be a risk because we are going to be multi-millionaires. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was forwarded to me by one of our admin. Let us try to speak with our sister in the comment section. The guy, once you give him the money, he's just going to run away with the money. But if you think otherwise, let us advise him in the comment section. But I think that the guy, he will just run away with the money and never come back.